Welcome to Reid Stadium in Rockdale County for tonight's football game between the Rockdale County Bulldogs and the Langston Hughes Panthers. It's Tom White alongside Big Fred Avery. We welcome you.
You know, we've had to talk about this before. It's the machine, Fred Avery, okay? I know that I am a big guy, but I've actually lost 90 pounds in the last few months, and so I'm not quite as big. I'm retooled. I'm re-imaged. I'm the machine now.
We call him used to be Big Fred Avery. He is the machine, and I apologize. I'm still getting used to the new name. Well, tonight we're here for Langston Hughes Panthers out of Fulton County to come in on homecoming against the Rockdale Bulldogs.
You know, I've always liked the homecoming games, but there's one thing I never liked to be was the homecoming opponent. They always, you know, when you book your homecoming opponent, it's supposed to be somebody you can beat, and I hope that the Bulldogs can take care of business tonight.
Yeah, the record tonight for the Langston Hughes, they come in at 2-1. They're a strong team. We talked about it before the game, and they look athletic. They're a big team. They look like they can move well. Their quarterbacks they have very, very strong arms. And Rockdale's on a less than stellar start at 0-3 with three tough losses already this season.
Well, you know, they played their two crosstown rivals right off the bat, and those are always tough games. And I really honestly believe that those were probably the two toughest games they were going to play. But then last week proved me wrong, and that's pretty rare that I'm proved wrong. But they took a smacking last week, unfortunately, 42-0. And you know, they're having to rebound right now, and we're hoping they can do that.
You know, with Rockdale going into this 6A division, it has put them kind of at a disadvantage, being one of the smaller schools. It's at the 6A ranking. I mean, they're third smallest at the 6A ranking across the state.
Yeah, they kind of slipped in the back door there, that 6A. There's a lot of pros and cons on that they were, you know, brought up to 6A. There was a lot of people that wondered why. It's based totally on the school population, and a lot of the population of the school is also included in the Rockdale County Magnet School, and that helped and hurt at the same time.
Yeah, they come into a tough division, and we were talking earlier about Langston Hughes, and they play Newton next week, and Newton's had a tough schedule this season so far. If nothing else, when they show up to a game, they're tired. There's no other way to put it.
Well, I tell you, Newton's been in South Georgia quite a bit. They're in Valdosta tonight, and Valdosta's always hard. Valdosta always brings it. You know, the tradition down there of the Wildcats is tough. It's going to be a tough game for them. And next week they've got Langston on a Thursday night at Sharp Stadium, an unusual Thursday night. But when you've got a town like Covington that only has one stadium, the schools have to share it, and that's what happens a lot of times.
Yeah, so Newton's got Langston next week, and then the crosstown rival there, Alcovy, and then we go down to Newton on October the 19th to play, and looking forward to that. And the Newton Rockdale game has quite the heritage.
Well, you know, I've heard that from you a lot since you are a Newton graduate. You know, and I've mentioned quite a few times that my daughters went to Rockdale, and I'm a former voice for the Bulldog now. You know, reinstated as a color guy because somebody had to come save you. But, you know, it's exciting to be back here with Rockdale football. It's exciting to be in the red and black again. I don't have to sit here and wear red, white, and blue of the Patriots or anything like that. Not that I dislike that, but, you know, it's just nice. It's like homecoming for me, too.
So we talked earlier, and I'm just laughing at the machine Fred Avery coming out before the kickoff with you know a little bit of color rubbing there. So it's going to be a great night here. The weather's perfect. It's not hot at all. It's not cool. There's no breeze. There is no reason for you not to be here.
Oh, this is football weather. You know, tomorrow's the first official day of fall, and this is time to strap the helmet on, tighten up the cleats, and let's get ready to hit somebody. This is great weather for this.
So we'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network with the coin toss along with kickoff here at Robert Reid Stadium on the GHSA.TV network. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes by Mary. There's something for everyone. So stop by tomorrow at 1040 Flat Shoals Road in Conyers and see what the buzz is all about at the Oaks Family Diner.
The 3rd annual Cruising for Careers Car Show and Fall Festival is just around the corner. October 27th at Rockdale Career Academy on Parker Road in Conyers. This year's show features classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles competing in every class for Best in Show as well as People's Choice. There's something for the whole family, including face painting, trunk or treat, and more. The event is free to the public and only $20 to enter your car, truck, or motorcycle in the show. All proceeds benefit the programs at Rockdale Career Academy. We'll see you on Saturday, October 27th for the 3rd annual Cruising for Careers Car Show and Fall Festival.
To tip it off here, or kick off here at Rockdale County. They got the Panthers from Langston Hughes coming in to take on the Bulldogs on homecoming night at Rockdale.
And we're getting ready for the coin toss here. We got number 5, Shaquem Peters, number 10, Ronzel Teague, number 44, Contavious Peterson, and number 54, Andrew Bea for the captains for the Bulldogs.
And there's the toss.
And the Langston Hughes captains, you got number 1, DeAndre Walker, number 3, Contavious Ebert, number 20, Montavious Atkinson, and number 55, Jahill Mathis Ellis.
So the Bulldogs will receive the ball to kick off the game here tonight.
I don't know if you noticed that, but the Panthers just ran off without shaking their hands right there.
Yeah, there seemed to be a little bit of tension during warm-ups.
But, it's kind of funny because these guys have never played against each other, so it's an interesting matchup with the Panthers and the Dogs.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a great game tonight. Hopefully the Bulldogs, I actually stopped by practice yesterday to watch and kind of see what they were going through. And in a word, the way to describe the practice is fundamentals. That's the only way I can describe. It was block, it was tackle, it was run, it was hold on to the ball.
Well, Coach Elder has stressed that quite a bit, especially in the newspapers and in some stuff that I've seen you put on there with the coaches show, that they've got to go back to fundamentals, that they're worried a little bit about the fundamentals. I can tell you this much. Coming from the middle school and coaching there, these kids that have played at Conyers Middle School and Edwards Middle School, they know the fundamentals, but they might not know the way these coaches want it. There's always a little difference there.
Yeah, it's every coach has their way of doing it, and these guys are, we said a couple weeks ago when we were here for Heritage that the Bulldogs are strong. The Bulldogs are young. The Bulldogs are fast, and if they're rebuilding a program. That's exactly what they're doing right now, and if they continue to keep the intensity that the Coach Elder has for those guys and still maintains the passion, then they're going to do just fine. But it's going to take a while to get there.
And these kids have just got to realize that they've got to take their lumps right now. They're a young team, and we stress that over and over against Heritage, how young they are. They've got a sophomore now, I believe, starting a quarterback with Ronzel. And it's just going to take a growth period. They're going to have that time to grow, and the fans need to accept that. The teaching staff needs to accept it, and the coaching staff has already accepted that fact, and they're working hard towards putting in their play system, their style of coaching.
Yeah, I spent some time with Coach Elder on Sunday and then just talking to him, and they know that it's a long road and that these guys are passionate and they're strong and they're great athletes. The pieces are not all together yet, and they will be very soon, and this team's going to be very active very soon.
Yeah, I would love to see this. I know that they went to the 6A and there's a lot of talk about that, but I think that they're in a great area for 6A. I don't think that there's a lot of strong teams in the 6 area that they're in the 6A part that they're in. I think there are some good teams, but there are no tremendous powerhouses. There's no Valdostas. There's no north side of Warner Robins.
Yeah, in this region, Rockdale's got nothing but growth. They've got nothing but potential. And again, no powerhouses, a bunch of developing programs and programs that are just looking to get their identity, for lack of a better word. And it's going to be a long road, and we all know it, and they all know it, and it's going to be good in due time. So we're getting ready to kick off here, and there's the kick, and the ball's away.
And it's a touchback back there. And number 9, Tajay Steele, was the one that received the ball, but he was in the end zone, so the Bulldogs will take it over. First and 10 on the 20.
So just underway here at Reid Stadium. Bulldogs on their homecoming night taking on the Langston Hughes Panthers out of Fulton County.
And it looks like we might have a quarterback change right off the beginning that we weren't really aware of. I believe that's number 2 there under the center. And if my roster is correct, that's Willie Hardiman.
As a handoff goes up the middle, gets met by a bunch of Panthers. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play. So it's 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
And, this is a telltale sign right here. This is the third quarterback in 4 games. They still haven't settled into that rhythm yet. They're still searching for their identity, and they're going to find it eventually. And when they do, Katie bar the door because the Bulldogs are going to be tough for them.
And Willie Hardiman, I don't know about him as a quarterback, but he's a pretty good baseball player from what I've seen. He's played for Rockdale for 2 years now, or almost 3 years now. There's a penalty on the play.
And we've got a little penalty there on the Panthers, a little offsides. That backs them up about 5 yards, so we've got now 2nd and about 6 or so. So the Bulldogs are breaking the huddle, and they come to the line of scrimmage. They've got 2 out here wide to the left. They got a couple backs in the backfield. Number 2, Willie's under the center again. And he's dropping back for the pass. And it looked like it might have been deflected a little bit. We got a flag on the play. We got a little pass interference there. They're going to call it against number 5, Deontez Williams on the Panthers. Sometimes, little incidental contact right there, but the referees chose to throw the flag on that. I like that. It helps the Bulldogs out. So the Bulldogs are marching down the field on penalties right now, but at least they're marching down the field. And they come out there with that 2 wide receiver set to the right this time with 2 backs in the backfield. And a little confusion in the backfield, number 14. DeMonte Graham with the hand gets the run, gets the handoff, but like I said, they bumped into each other. That's still that identity, that little confusion, that youthfulness that they've got. They've just got to figure out what they've got, and they've got to settle into a rhythm right now, and that's not what they're in. Quarterback's over at the sideline getting the play calls. And Willie's going back to the huddle for the call.
2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
I'm glad you could make it back. Starting to wonder here. I understand. Trust me, I understand.
Not the same problem as a couple weeks ago. There's the run up to the
that's
right.
Good.
And it's brought down in the backfield. Looks like a loss of 2.
And again, Dante Graham on the carry. Number 14 for the Dogs.
So it'll be 3rd and 12 for the Bulldogs.
And number 33, DJ Artister's checking in. DJ came up to me at RCA the other day and asked me what a big hoss was. I had to explain to him it was a compliment when I called him a big hoss, that it wasn't an insult. That I meant he was a very powerful fullback. And he said that he had never heard that term before.
I talked to DJ the other day. It was Spirit Week as it's homecoming for most of the schools.
Wow, a quick kick on 3rd down. Caught him by surprise. Caught us by surprise.
Touched up at the 10-yard line of the Panthers. So quick kick on the 3rd down for the Bulldogs. Interesting.
It could be a good move right now. It's a surprising move.
Definitely puts them back in a disadvantage in terms of field position because there was no one back to return the kick.
That's one way to put them back there. They're 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line, so the Panthers do have a 90-yard field to cover. You got number 7, Kenny Moxie back there at quarterback.
Moxie takes a hit as he releases the ball.
Incomplete pass. Ball was intended for number 23, Bingo Morton. I like that name, Bingo.
Couldn't see who the Bulldog was. It got in his face right as he released it. Got in there clean and laid some wood to him. So it's 0-0 with 8:59 left here at Reid Stadium. Bulldogs celebrating homecoming tonight, taking on the Langston Hughes Panthers. Once again, the Panthers come out, got 2 receivers, 2 wide outs on either side, and 1 back in the backfield. Put one of those wide outs in motion, run right up the gut. Met at the line. So brought down, that'll make it 3rd down.
So this might have been a pretty good defensive, offensive strategy for the Bulldogs to get that quick kick. Try to bury them back there deep in their territory and see what they can get field position-wise on the punt.
Got a gain of 3 on that, so it's 3rd and 7. Don't expect to see a quick kick here.
No, I wouldn't think so.
8:30 left here at Robert Reid Stadium in the first quarter. Tie ball game. Again, same setup. 2 wide outs. Low snap. Moxie sprints up the middle. Pulled down from behind.
Good defensive play. They flushed him out of that pocket.
So it'll be 4th down. It'll be 4th and 3 for the Panthers.
Looked like that was number 89, Robert McCray, that chased him down finally, got him from behind there after he got out of that pocket and started running.
So Whitehead back to kick for the Panthers.
So we'll see if that quick kick paid off for the Dogs, as they're going to get pretty good field position
Kicks
here.
away. Spiraling kick takes a Panther bounce at the 50. Nasty hit right there at the end of the play.
And that was our freshman, former quarterback there, Tajay Steele, with a nice little hit.
So the Bulldogs take over 1st and 10. They're on their own side of the field at the 41-yard line.
You know, I talked to Tajay last week, and he was suffering a little bit from the big hit in the Heritage game. He was hurting still a little bit, didn't practice the week before, didn't play a whole lot in the game on the road last week. We got number 2, Willie Hardeman, back under center, excuse me. Hand off to Big DJ. And there was nothing there. He was stopped in the middle of the line by the Panthers.
So that'll make it 2nd down. And 11.
Bulldog substitute about 2 or 3 folks right there.
Hardeman gets to the play in from the sideline. Got a late Bulldog coming in.
And a late Bulldog coming out.
Same Bulldog coming out. So Hardeman out of the shotgun. 2 wide outs either side, 1 in the backfield with him. Puts a wide out in motion. Hardeman rolls out to his right. Throws. Passes overthrown.
Pass was intended for number 7 there, Christian Ship.
So that'll be 3rd down.
We had number 15, Joshua Fuller, back there defending for the Panthers.
.635 left here in the first quarter. No score. Bulldogs hosting the Langston Hughes Panthers
On homecoming night.
for their homecoming night.
They go to that double wide set. 24 in motion.
High snap. And gobbled up in the backfield is number 14.
That's Dominic Graham.
So that'll push him back for a 4th down. The 4th and about 15.
And we got a Panther a little bit slow getting up right now. Seems to be a little bit shook up. And we got an official's timeout for that little injury. He's shaking it off, though, and coming off the field. That was number 58, Connor Johnson.
So the Bulldogs back to punt. Second punt of the night. There's the snap. The kick is away. Good high spiraling kick. Fair catch called for at the 39-yard line of the Panthers.
Number 23, Bingo Morton. I like that name, Bingo. That's a football name right there. He got the fair catch, and the Panthers take over 1st and 10 on about the 39-yard line.
So 5:54-10 for the Langston Hughes Panthers. No score. Wonderful night for football here at Reid Stadium.
It is supposed to be this pretty for the next couple weeks here in Conyers, all weather.
And Moxie takes a snap out of shotgun, hands it off, runs up the middle. That's number 18.
Keenan Davis on the carry.
Davis battles forward for a couple of yards.
You know, when you look out there and compare the two teams, the Panthers don't look any bigger than the Bulldogs do really right now. Warming up, I would think that the Panthers looked a lot bigger to me, but when you look at them right there, comparison, they're about the same size all the way around.
Yeah, we talked about that, about how the Panthers did look. They looked very big. They looked very athletic. It looked very scary in warm-ups, but here on the field, it's definitely taken a different shape. So there's a run up the middle, brought down after a gain of about 4. That'll make it 3rd and 3.
We got a little extracurricular activity there going on with number 63 from the Panthers. He went out there and popped the cornerback, Shakane Peters, pretty good there. Following through on his block. Moxie's in the huddle. He breaks the huddle.
It's 3rd and 3. Defense chant getting started here at Reid Stadium. Moxie takes the snap, drops back, throws, caught on the outside.
That's number 11, Badger for the Panthers.
So Badger catches a pass and runs out for a first down, gets his ball into Bulldog territory.
And if I'm not mistaken, that is the first down of the. Nope, it's the second one for the Panthers, isn't it?
Yes. So the Bulldog defense has done a good job keeping this Panther defense keep Panther offense on the field, tiring them out maybe a little bit. So Moxie out of shotgun once again. There's a snap, drops back, looking, gets flushed out of the pocket. Got a couple of blockers as he gets forward. He gets forward for about 8 yards, it looks to be.
Moxie looks to be a pretty athletic quarterback there. He moves around pretty good in the field, in the backfield and all. He doesn't have happy feet. He just, when he gets flushed out, he does go forward with it, and that's a good thing.
So they say it was a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Panthers. Break the huddle. Moxie once again out of the shotgun. Got a pair of receivers to either side, one back to his left. Takes a snap, hands it off, runs right up the middle.
Oh, he kept that ball.
He kept that ball. Went around to his left. Looks like he might have gotten enough for a first down.
Nice little fake there. I was watching the running back also. And that was enough for a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. With about 3:25 left in the first quarter.
No score here at Reid Stadium.
And the hometown's getting a little bit rowdy down there.
Moxie once again out of the shotgun. Got his back out to his right this time. There's a snap. It's good. He takes the ball, runs, gets caught up in the backfield.
Is that number 29 on the tackle there?
I thought it was 39, like Justin Tavares.
Okay.
So Tavares gets around, gets in the backfield. Brings down Moxie for a loss of 1, making it 2nd and 11.
And that's what the Dogs are going to have to do. They're going to have to play some tenacious defense, get back there, make some stuff happen, get that quarterback flushed, and get him down to the backfield some. We got to stop him. He's been dominant so far.
So 2nd and 11 for the Panthers. Moxie takes a snap out of shotgun once again. Throw, and it's batted down at the line.
And, that's one of the things that you don't see a lot of defensive players do anymore is when they rush in and get those hands up. And that's something that we've got to teach these kids. That's part of the fundamentals that Coach Elder was talking about. Little stuff like that makes a big difference.
So it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Panthers. Moxie gets the call in from the sideline. So from the 31-yard line of the Bulldogs, the Panthers are 11 yards from a first down. There's
we
the
got
snap.
a blitz.
Dump down into the flats, up the middle. There's a flag on the play.
And another flag.
So that's Bingo. That's your boy Bingo Morton.
That's it.
Pass in the flats and running. A couple of flags on the play. We'll see if it stands.
And they're picking up one of the flags, and they're going to hold the first one there that they threw. And holding against the Panthers. That's going to call that touchdown back.
So that'll back them up 5 yards and make it 3rd and 17.
I don't know if you noticed it, but one of the Panthers players did have their helmet knocked off during that play, so they had to leave the field. Again, we've talked about it before. The safety of these kids is the most important thing out there, and that's a new rule. Helmet comes off, you come out of play, make sure everything's okay before you come back in. The concussion rate is just outrageous in football right now, unfortunately, and they're trying to watch it and trying to help it out.
Once again, Moxie with his heels on the 40, out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Looking for a receiver, got plenty of time, runs out to his right. Runs right in towards a couple of Bulldogs who will knock him out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So that'll make it 4th. And he might have gotten back to the line.
I'm about to say, it didn't look like he got much out of that. Did a lot of running for not a lot of yardage.
So that'll make it 4th and 17 from their 35, from the Bulldog 35-yard line.
We got number 13, Stephon Whitehead, in to do a little punting for the Panthers. And number 9, Tajay Steele's back deep along with number 4, Joshua Montgomery.
So Whitehead getting ready to punt for the Panthers. Snap. Kick is away. Kick falls at the 6-yard line. Takes a Panther bounce into the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the Bulldogs. So with just over a minute left here in the first quarter, scoreless at Reid Stadium in Conyers, as the Bulldogs are taking on the Hughes Panthers.
Now, you said Langston Hughes was out of Fulton County. I'm not familiar with them totally. It's interesting to see that they didn't bring a large contingency and crowd-wise with them, but they brought a lot of kids with them on the football team.
I actually talked with some of the people today, and they actually knew that they weren't going to make it, so a lot of them are watching on the GHSA.TV network right now.
Well, that's the way to do it. If you can't be here live, watch us on TV, watch us on the screen, watch us stream live.
So the Bulldogs have the ball once again at their own 20. Looks like Hardiman under center. And a run goes to the right.
And they keep plugging that ball up the middle with not a lot of success, but they keep trying. They're going to keep them honest at least and hopefully throw a big pass downfield shortly. Hardiman's got time to get one more play off. He gets out there and calls it.
Tonight's broadcast is produced and filmed by students of the broadcast video program at the Rockdale Career Academy. Interesting fact, your quarterback for the Rockdale Bulldogs, part of that program.
I didn't know that.
There you go. Had young Willie last year.
Well, that is an interesting fact.
So it was Hardeman under center. Ball goes up to the right or to the left. Battles forward to about the 26-yard line.
That looked to be number 3 there. Jonathan Roden on the carry. And that carry is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter.
And at the end of the first quarter, it is tied 0-0. The Bulldogs will have the ball when they come back here on the GHSA.TV network. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes by Mary. There's something for everyone. So stop by tomorrow at 1040 Flat Shoals Road in Conyers and see what the buzz is all about at the Oaks Family Diner.
The 3rd annual Cruising for Careers Car Show and Fall Festival is just around the corner. October 27th at Rockdale Career Academy on Parker Road in Conyers. This year's show features classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles competing in every class for Best in Show as well as People's Choice. There's something for the whole family, including face painting, trunk or treat, and more. The event is free to the public and only $20 to enter your car, truck, or motorcycle in the show. All proceeds benefit the programs at Rockdale Career Academy. We'll see you on Saturday, October 27th for the 3rd annual Cruising for Careers Car Show and Fall Festival.
Welcome back to Reid Stadium as we start the second period here. As Rockdale takes on Langston Hughes. There's a pass down into the flats, and it's dropped. So it'll be 4th down for the Bulldogs.
Number 44, Contavious Peterson there, or Preston, excuse me, started running before he had the ball. Sometimes you got to look it in, make sure you got it, tuck it away before you start running. So it'll definitely be 4th and 5 for the Bulldogs.
So no score now, just underway in the second period. Bulldogs back to punt. The snap is up. The kick is away. Again, another high spiraling kick. Fair caught at the 50-yard line.
I think they've worked on their special teams some because the punter seems to be punting the ball a little bit deeper, a little bit higher than he did at the Heritage game. So maybe they've worked on that some during the couple weeks that we haven't seen them.
So Langston Hughes takes over for the first time here in the second quarter. Moxie once again out of the shotgun. Bulldogs making some changes on the defensive line. The run goes right up the middle. Touched up by a couple of Bulldogs. And he rumbles forward to the 34-yard line. They mark him at the 35. So it'll be a first down for the Panthers.
That was number 18, Keenan Davis, on the carry for the Panthers. He just broke it right up the middle. They just seemed to find that gap, and nobody was there, and got into the secondary, and that's where they had to stop him.
So it's 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 34.5-yard line. Again, actually 2 in the backfield with him this time. 2 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. Moxie out of the shotgun, hands it off. Run right, gashes up to the left. Gets out to the 20, touched up and brought down at the 20-yard line.
That was number 18 again, Keenan Davis on the carry.
So once again, another Langston Hughes first down.
Seems they go in that double back in the backfield there. They've seemed to find a little weakness in the Bulldog defense. They're going to have to tighten up on that line a little bit and try to shut them down before they get into that open area.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Panthers. They're driving at the Bulldog 20-yard line.
There you go.
And he's stop just past the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 2nd down. We'll call it 2nd and 10.
That was number 89, Robert McCray, on the stop there, coming in, crashing in from that defensive end spot.
So 10:36 left here in the first half at Rockdale. Celebrating homecoming tonight.
Were you on the homecoming court when you were in high school?
If I was, it would have been the bailiff. Moxie breaks the huddle. Got 2 wideouts to his right, 1 to his left, pair of backs in the backfield. There's a snap. Looking to throw, throws a little high.
I was talking to a couple of the kids about that today, and I remember back in my senior year, way back when, that for the homecoming, I actually dressed up like a cheerleader. Now, for those of you people that don't know what I look like, I'm about 6'3", 6'4", about 250 pounds, pretty hairy guy, bald head. So, you know, I wasn't quite as bald in high school, but I was just as hairy as I am. And that was quite a sight. They had to take like three of the cheerleader skirts to make one for me.
I don't know if just the story or if it just has happenstance, but the Langston Hughes Band just got here. I think they're ready to see that cheerleading costume. Moxie out of shotgun once again, drops back. A little screen pass there. Run up the middle, couple of blocks. And that's good for a touchdown for the Panthers.
And that was a nice block thrown there in the middle of the field.
That's Trayvon Badger once again with a reception and runs it in for a touchdown. So 6-0 right now.
And 13, Stephon Whitehead is back there to try the PAT. Number 3, Contavious Eberhard is holding. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 10 minutes there remaining in the first half, we got the Panthers of Langston Hughes 7 and your Rockdale County Bulldogs 0.
We'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. For nearly 30 years, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has been serving Conyers and Rockdale County the best pizza, gyros, Greek salads, and more. Using only the freshest ingredients, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has created a list of loyal customers a mile long. Located on Highway 138 in Conyers next to Radio Shack, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro invites you to come in and try them just once, and they promise that you'll be back. Stop in today for a fresh pizza piled high with toppings or a gyro that you will never forget. Monday night is trivia night for prizes. In a hurry? Call in and order at 770-483-6228. Again, that's 770-483-6228 for Atlanta Pizza and Gyro. Welcome back to Reid Stadium. 10 minutes left in the first half.
You know, one of the interesting things about working with students sometimes is that you have to really be specific with them. and some of our students aren't football fans. And so it is interesting at times, to say the least.
So the kick's away. Picked up inside the 3. Runs right towards the wall of Panthers.
And that was number 4, Joshua. You know, that last name there's got me stumbled here. Mangalama?
That's Mangloma.
Mangloma.
Another broadcast video student.
Wow. So it's kind of like hemogloma with an M, huh?
Josh Mangloma.
All right. Learned something tonight.
So the Bulldogs take over at their own 11-yard line. Hardiman will be the quarterback once again.
And I have been impressed so far with the Bulldogs, with their offense and defense. They've held pretty tight, even though they are down 7-0 right now. They've done a pretty good job here, coming in against an unknown factor with the Panthers. And again, starting the third different quarterback in 4 games.
So Hardeman under center. Run goes up to the left. Breaks through. Maybe gets forward for about 1.
And they went back there with that full house backfield of power I, power T, whatever you like to call it. And they just kind of went student body left on that one.
So Hardeman gets the play coming in from the sideline once again. The Bulldogs doing something we noticed a couple weeks ago at the Heritage game with their mass substitutions. They're bringing a lot of fresh bodies in and off, on and off the field, and we'll see if it continues to work. So Hardeman out of the shotgun. Puts a wide out in motion. Drops back. Looking to throw deep. Thrown short. No flag on the play.
Number 8, Robert Saunders on the covering there for the Panthers.
There is a flag on the play back at the line of scrimmage.
And that's usually in the area of holding. Oh, we got a face mask.
Face mask.
So they are going to take the penalty.
We'll put the Bulldogs at the 6-yard line. So it'll be second and about 15 for the Bulldogs. We'll call it the 5.5-yard line.
So if they're at the 5.5, is it 16.5 or is it just 16? I just thought I'd ask. Don't worry. It's like a rhetorical question.
Here in the first half, 7-0. The Panthers up over the Bulldogs. Hardeman under center. Rolls out, and the pass is caught at the 15-yard line. So 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs.
If that ball would have been thrown up just a little bit higher, I think he could have had a little bit more yardage on it. It was thrown down at his feet. He had to bend over to get it, and as soon as the knee hits, he's down.
So Hardeman under center once again. 2 wideouts to his left. Takes a snap. Rolls to his left. It's flushed out. Pulled down at the 5-yard line. So that'll make it 4th down for the Bulldogs. Be 4th and 15. 7:55 left here in the first half.
And I think the coach is giving Hardeman a little earful here, saying you got to get rid of that ball. You just can't eat it that deep in the backfield.
So the Bulldogs punting 6 yards deep in their own end zone.
And Bingo is back to receive.
Standing on his on the Bulldog 36-yard line. Kick is away. Catches at the 30. Goes to his left. Rolls further out to his left. Gets out towards the sideline. A couple of good blocks there. Gets down to the 24-yard line.
Looked like he was tackled there by number 14, DeMonte Graham. So the Panthers are going to take over 1st and 10. On about the 23, 24-yard line of the Bulldogs. Moxie's got him in the huddle. He's calling the play.
Up 7-0, Moxie. Getting set out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts to his right, 1 to his left. Pair of backs in the backfield. There's a snap. Stays in the pocket. Got a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown.
Number 3 there, Contavious Ebert for the Panthers on the score. And it looks like the Langston Panthers have found the seam, the weakness a little bit of the Bulldogs right now.
So 7:05 left here in the first half, 13-0, getting ready for the point after try. Langston up on the Bulldogs, celebrating their homecoming tonight.
You got Whitehead there in for the PAT.
Kick is up. And very good and very deep.
Yes, very deep. Almost hit the flag post back there.
So 14-0 now at Reid Stadium. We'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. For nearly 30 years, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has been serving Conyers and Rockdale County the best pizza, gyros, Greek salads, and more. Using only the freshest ingredients, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has created a list of loyal customers a mile long. Located on Highway 138 in Conyers next to Radio Shack, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro invites you to come in and try them just once, and they promise that you'll be back. Stop in today for a fresh pizza piled high with toppings or a gyro that you will never forget. Monday night is trivia night for prizes. In a hurry? Call in and order at 770-483-6228. Again, that's 770-483-6228 for Atlanta Pizza and Gyro. For nearly 30 years, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has been serving Conyers and Rockdale County the best pizza, gyros, Greek salads, and more. Using only the freshest ingredients, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has created a list of loyal customers a mile long. Located on Highway 138 in Conyers. Welcome back to Reid Stadium. 14-0. The Panthers up over the Bulldogs. Line drive kickoff. Knocked down at the 10-yard line. And gets pushed back to the 8-yard line.
And that was definitely a line drive there by Whitehead. And it hit number 4, Joshua Mangaloma. You tell I'm not an English or literature major here.
It drilled him in the chest like it was a pass. So
yeah.
The Bulldogs will take over from their, looks like the 14-yard line. So 1st and 10, down by 14. Bulldogs break the huddle. Once again led by Willie Hardeman. Hardeman gets his line set up. Under center. Takes a snap. Run right up the middle. It's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
And they keep trying to run that off-guard, off-tackle play. And, again, I know why they're doing it. They're trying to keep the defense honest, trying to keep it to where they won't put 8 in the box against them and they're going to have to throw the ball. But they haven't really been too successful with it yet.
So just under 7 minutes left here at Reid Stadium. 14-0. The Bulldogs trailing the Panthers. Hardeman under center once again. 2 wideouts to his left, 2 in the backfield. Run goes to the left. Stutter steps at the line of scrimmage and maybe gets forward for 1.
Well, they gave him a generous spot on that one, it looks like.
Yes, they did. So it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs. 6:34 left here in the first half. Hardeman getting the play from the sideline. Breaks the huddle. Same set, 2 wideouts to his left, 2 in the backfield.
And Langston's bringing the house. They brought a linebacker right up the middle.
Right up the middle, and by the time Hardeman got the ball, the linebacker was in his face.
And, and Hardeman called it out. I saw Hardeman look up and say, watch the blitz. And the line just did not pick it up.
So it'll be 4th and 14 for the Bulldogs. They'll be punting from their end zone. 5:40 left here in the first half, 14-0. Langston Hughes up over the Bulldogs.
And, you know, looking at the offensive line here, and this is something I just really took a long look at, there is a lot of youth on that line, too.
The kick is away. Fair catch shown at the 31-yard line. Flag on the play.
He's got to give him room to catch that ball.
So 5:15, we got a flag on the play. We'll wait to see for sure what it is.
And the officials are discussing the call now. You know, like I was saying, though, there's a lot of youth on that offensive line, and if those guys aren't gelled and aren't cohesive, it's going to be a difficult thing to block all the time. And the call was against the Bulldogs, and it was just basically, I don't know the fancy name for what we call the halo rule. It might be something different. But they've got to give the receiver of the punt opportunity to catch it and the space to catch it, and they didn't do it. They were right up in his face.
So Moxie out of the shotgun once again. 2 backs, 2 wideouts to his left and 1 to his right. Takes a snap, hands it off.
Nope, didn't hand it off.
They've got me several times on that tonight. Rushes forward out of the toss from the backfield.
That was number 18, Keenan Davis, again on that carry. He's been carrying the bulk of the ball tonight for the Panthers. He rides that in there very nicely, though. That fullback riding up in the middle, or even it might even be a tailback the way they're set up there. But he rides it up nice, pulls the ball out at the last second, makes you think that they've got it.
So it's 2nd and 6 for the Panthers. Same offensive setup. Moxie out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Stands in the pocket, throws it once again. That's number 3. Runs forward for another touchdown.
Mr. Eberhardt here is playing havoc on the defensive backfield of the Bulldogs.
So a touchdown. Well, there seems to be an official discussion. Don't see any flags on the play.
Yeah, that's a warning. It's a sideline warning that they want him to stay back. The side judge there needs some space to run up and down the field.
So the touchdown stands. It was just a sideline warning. 4:23 left here in the first half. So Whitehead back for the point after. Kick is up and good.
And you notice who was holding the ball there was number 3, Eberhardt. So with 4:23 remaining in the first half, we've got a score of the Langston Panthers 21 and your Rockdale County Bulldogs 0.
Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes by Mary. There's something for everyone. So stop by tomorrow at 1040 Flat Shoals Road in Conyers and see what the buzz is all about at the Oaks Family Diner. Welcome back to Reid Stadium. 21-0 the score. 4:23 left here in the first half. It's homecoming here at Rockdale. Whitehead gets ready to kick off for the Panthers.
I've been impressed with the Panthers. They are a well-disciplined team. They are sharp. They're performing well tonight.
Flag on the play.
And as soon as I say that, they get a penalty against them for offsides. Go figure.
Well, you can just keep talking about them if you'd like.
That's all it takes. I'm going to talk all night about them.
So offsides for the Panthers. That'll back them up for the kickoff.
And you know what? I got a feeling Mr. Whitehead could probably kick the ball out of the end zone at this depth.
I was going to say he probably prefers that. So he'll be kicking from the 35 this time. .423 left here in the first half, 21-0. The Panthers up over the Bulldogs of Rockdale County. So Whitehead back again to kick from his 35 after the offsides penalty.
Another one of those line drives.
Picked up at the 10.
And there was a fumble on that one. The official saying he's down.
Down at the 29-yard line. Seems to be a little extracurriculars going on.
Hey, the pigskin's on the ground. You got to go for it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 29-yard line. Hardeman getting ready. Gets the call out from the coach.
Was football really ever made out of pigskin, or are they just a name they call it?
I don't know.
I think we need to do a Google research on this.
Andy Griffith said it was made out of pumpkins. So Hardeman out of the shotgun, puts a wide out in motion, takes a snap, drops back, looking to his left, looking deep. Overthrown.
He threw it in double coverage there. He wasn't shy about doing that, though.
Pass intended for McLaughlin.
Hardeman does have an arm on him. You say he's a baseball player, so that's a good thing. I guess sometimes those baseball players can throw a ball.
Looks like Rockdale going with a little hurry up there. Back to the line in a hurry, no huddle. Hardeman, 2 wide outs on either side, 1 in the backfield. Waiting to get the ball off the field. And we're clear for play. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Hardeman drops back once again. Pass is caught. Very good catch in traffic. Very good hit. Knocked out of
Number
bounds
7, Christian Ship on the reception. And he did take a shot, though.
So that'll be 1st down for the Bulldogs. At their own 45-yard line, Bulldogs getting a drive started with just under 4 minutes left here in the first half. Hardeman once again out of shotgun. Takes a snap, looks to his over the middle. Pass is touched and intercepted by the Panthers.
Number 5, Dantes Williams.
Got some room. He's at the 45, takes a hit, spins, and he finally falls down at the 45-yard line.
And I think it was his own man that hit him. I mean, we've got a couple players down right now. We got a Rockdale and a Panther down.
So we'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network.
The 3rd annual Cruising for Careers Car Show and Fall Festival is just around the corner. October 27th at Rockdale Career Academy. The 3rd annual Cruising for Careers Car Show and Fall Festival is just around the corner. October 27th at Rockdale Career Academy on Parker Road in Conyers. This year's show features classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles competing in every class for Best in Show as well as People's Choice. There's something for the whole family, including face painting, trunk or treat, and more. The event is free to the public and only $20 to enter your car, truck, or motorcycle in the show. All proceeds benefit the programs at Rockdale Career Academy. We'll see you on Saturday, October 27th for the 3rd annual Cruising for Careers Car Show and Fall Festival.
Welcome back to Reid Stadium, where the Rockdale Bulldogs are taking on the Langston Hughes Panthers. Panthers just intercepted a Willie Hardiman pass, and they're taking over from the Bulldog 45-yard line. Moxie out of shotgun. Takes a snap, hands it off up the middle. Gets out to the 35, the 40, the 30, and brought down at the 22-yard line.
And I never think I'd say this in my lifetime, but that was a good block by a wide receiver out there. I've never seen a wide receiver block before, and I've been coaching football for 12, 13 years now. But that was a good block by that young man. Number 78, Tyler Seabolt, was the Bulldog that was shaking up on that play right before we went to our last time out. And he came off the field. He's limping a little bit, but he's stretching out there on the sidelines. Again, we do have that crack athletic training squad down there working with him.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Moxie out of shotgun, 2 wideouts to his right, 1 to his left. There's a false start. Flag on the play, false start.
A little motion on the Panther offense there, and I don't know if y'all could hear it, but I heard it on the booth next door to us where the Panthers coaches are. They said, if you're going to fire off, hit somebody at least. And knocks it back about 5 yards there. Well, actually, it is 5-yard penalty, so it'll be 1st and 15.
There's a timeout on the field. So we'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. For nearly 30 years, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has been serving Conyers and Rockdale County the best pizza, gyros, Greek salads, and more. Using only the freshest ingredients, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has created a list of loyal customers a mile long. Located on Highway 138 in Conyers next to Radio Shack, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro invites you to come in and try them just once, and they promise that you'll be back. Stop in today for a fresh pizza piled high with toppings or a gyro that you will never forget. Monday night is trivia night for prizes. In a hurry? Call in and order at 770-483-6228. Again, that's 770-483-6228 for Atlanta Pizza and Gyro. For nearly 30 years, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has been serving Conyers and Rockdale County the best pizza, gyros, Greek salads, and more. Using only the freshest ingredients, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has created a list of loyal customers a mile long. Located on Highway 138 in Conyers next to Radio Shack, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro invites you to come in and try them just once, and they promise that you'll be back. Stop in today for a fresh pizza piled high with toppings or a gyro that you will. Welcome back to Reid Stadium. The Panthers getting ready for a 1st and 15. Take the ball, run right up the middle, and picked up by a Bulldog defender.
That's a good job by the defense there. They clogged up the middle. First time in a while that they've done that.
So no gain on the play. It makes it 2nd and 15.
And that was number 6, Desmond Graham, on that stop from that middle linebacker position.
Moxie gets a play in from the sideline. 2:42 left here in the first half. Moxie out of shotgun, 2 in the backfield with him. Takes a snap, drops back, stays in the pocket, gets flushed out, runs to his left and brought down. And looks like he got brought down just past the line of scrimmage.
And that was number 1, Devontae Walters, that brought him down there. You know, I was talking about that offensive line of Rockdale while I was watching the offensive line of the Panthers. They were pointing it out. They were talking to each other. They were letting everybody know who to pick up on that play, even though it wasn't a successful play. But that comes with maturity. And that's something that the Bulldogs are still working on, a little bit of youthfulness here, or a lot of youthfulness. And once they mature, once they gel, I think they're going to be tough. I really do.
So Moxie, again, 2 in the backfield, 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Rockdale making some changes on the defensive side. There's the snap. Stays in the pocket, looking deep. Overthrown. So it'll be 4th down for the Panthers.
Be interesting to see what the Panthers do. Are they going to go for it on 4th down here?
Looks like they are. to say Whitehead kicked a point after attempt this long.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know, put that kid in there. He kicked it off almost to the end zone.
So it's 4th and 14. The Panthers going forward up 21-0. 1:34 left here in the first half.
Let's see if they run that little pass play right over the middle again.
Moxie takes the snap, drops back, flush to his left, looking for somewhere to go. Getting chased deeper, drops back, throws it out of bounds.
And there doesn't look like there was anybody around here.
There's a flag on the play.
Yeah. So that might be intentional ground. We got another flag. Yeah, it's intentional grounding. He just floated that ball out there to nowhere land, which was a good thing to do in some cases, but he did lose a lot of yardage on that. Loss of down, so it makes it the Bulldogs' ball, 1st and 10. On about the 48-yard line. You got Hardeman there underneath the center again, or he'll be the quarterback. Maybe not underneath the center, but he'll definitely be the quarterback when they break that huddle.
So they make a 15-yard run to the ball after the huddle. I don't think they realized that they were that far away.
A little confusion there.
They get it all together. Hardeman out of the shotgun. There's another flag on the play.
And that's breaking the huddle without enough men on the field.
So that'll back up the Bulldogs, make it 1st and 15.
Illegal procedure against the Bulldogs.
Pair of wideouts on either side. One goes into motion coming near side. Over the top, Hardeman going deep. Got a man. Double covered, there's a flag on the play.
There's a flag. And there's a flag back here at the area of holding, though, on the 40-yard line also.
So we'll see what shakes out on this.
But the Bulldogs are clapping down here on the 40 like it's against Langston also. Now, do they call it Hughes High School, or do they call it Langston High School, or do they call it Langston Hughes High School?
I've seen Langston Hughes and Hughes. Depends on who you talk to. Most of the sports writers have called it just Hughes.
Okay.
Waiting to see what the call is. Officials confer it.
They decline the personal foul, and they take the pass interference call.
So that'll make it 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
And, you know, and unlike the pros, the pass interference call is not a spot foul. They take it from the line of scrimmage, and they mark it off 15 yards. So sometimes it's a good thing.
So Hardeman out of the shotgun once again. 2 wide out to the side. One in the backfield with him.
Hardeman has not been shy about putting this ball up. He puts it up again.
And we'll wait to see if it was caught. It was close.
Still no signal. And he's waving it off as a, nope, incomplete pass.
So incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10.
And they break the huddle. They go to that double wide set. They've got 2 wide receivers and 1 on either side, or 2 on either side. 1 back in the backfield for Hardeman.
Hardeman drops back, throws to his right.
Pass was intended for number 7, Christian Shipp. He never even saw it coming. He kept running downfield. He had his man beat and thought he was going a little bit deeper than he did. So it brings up 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. with less than a minute left in the first half of homecoming for the Bulldogs 2012. Homecoming's always an exciting night if you're a high school student.
Less than a minute remaining here in the first half. Wide out goes into motion. Hardiman out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, drops it back, looking deep. And overthrows that ball. That'll make it 4th down for the Bulldogs.
And we see a little color down there from the coaching staff of the Bulldogs as they're explaining to him that the pass was a little bit deep. He might need to take a little off of it and let him run underneath of it just a touch.
So 21-0 with 51 seconds left here in the first half. Langston Hughes up over the Rockdale County Bulldogs.
And 4th and 10, and they're keeping the offense in there. They're not going to give the ball up. They don't really have anything to lose at this point in the game, so they're already down 21-0. Let's see what they can do.
That's a timeout on the Bulldog sideline. So we'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes by Mary. There's something for everyone. So stop by tomorrow at 1040 Flat Shoals Road in Conyers and see what the buzz is all about at the Oaks Family Diner. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes by Mary. There's something for everyone. So stop by tomorrow at 1040 Flat Shoals Road in Conyers and see what the buzz is all about at the Oaks Family Diner. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meal. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes by Mary. There's something for everyone. So stop by tomorrow at 1040 Flat Shoals Road in Conyers and see what the buzz is all about at the Oaks Family Diner. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes by Mary. There's something for everyone. So stop by tomorrow at 1040 Flat Shoals Road in Conyers and see what the buzz is all about at the Oaks Family Diner. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes